welcome to another episode of the Review Lounge. I am your host, Jay. Unfortunately, my usual lovely co-host, Jen, could not be with us because she is down with the flu. But instead, I am joined by my stand-in co-host, the one and only T-Dawg. T-Dawg, say what's up to the people.
What's up?
What's up? And the T-Dawg is joining me on a very special episode because this is the Godzilla episode, the Goji episode, the Big G, the G-Man, G-Meister. Oh yeah, that's right. So on this episode, what we are talking about is, first we're going to review the 4K UHD Blu-ray edition of Godzilla King of the Monsters, which I happen to have a copy of right here. Oh, isn't that pretty? So we're going to talk about that, and then we're just going to talk about some other Godzilla news real quick. But before we do that, I have to have some coffee, and you know what's special about this coffee? This is Monarch Atomic Breath Coffee. Okay, speaking of which, a word from our sponsors. All right, well, we hope you enjoyed that little spoof commercial that we did there. I thought it was pretty cool. It was just, it was pretty cool. Anyway, let's get down to business. We are talking the 4K UHD Ultra HD Blu-ray combo pack that came out recently. Obviously, as a huge Godzilla fanboy, I got a copy. T-Dawg was able to witness the viewing on a nice 65-inch, 4K television, and it looked pretty badass, wouldn't you agree?
Including the sound, that was...
Yeah. I mean, let's just go over it. First, what you get in the package. What you get in the package, initially, you get this code so you could download a digital copy of the film, but you also get the movie on the 4K Ultra HD disc, and then you get the regular 1080p version on a Blu-ray, a regular standard Blu-ray. And the reason being is a regular standard Blu-ray player will not play a 4K Ultra HD disc. You need a player that can support that. It's additional information and additional processing that's involved in it. So anyway, so they give you basically three versions, which I thought was kind of cool. Standard Blu-ray, 4K Ultra HD, and the digital download. As far as the image quality goes, the 4K Ultra HD looks awesome. I can't stress that enough.
I agree.
Wouldn't you agree with that one?
Dude, that.
Yeah. Well, especially watching it on a big 65-inch screen TV, you could see Godzilla's pimples and everything like that.
You could see everything that was like little in detail that you wouldn't usually see in IMAX. Exactly.
That
was pretty cool.
It was pretty badass. The colors were great. It's definitely a good digital transfer to the 4K version. Definitely worth it. If you have the equipment to play a 4K UHD disc, I would definitely recommend you get this version of it. The only downside I had was that on the 4K, and I think it's mainly because of the file size involved, the 4K, just basically the menu on that is just your standard menu. It gives you scene selection, language selection, an audio option, and play movie. That's it. That's the only menu system on the 4K disc. On the regular Blu-ray disc, though, is where you have all the additional bonus features. And they give you a bunch. They think there's 2 deleted scenes that they give you. Nothing with the monsters. It's more like extended scenes with the people.
Yeah.
They give you a couple of little mini documentaries, like, you know, the history of Monarch, you know, Millie Bobby Brown, A Force of Nature. That was one of them. And then they have like a little 5-minute documentary on each of the main kaiju, Godzilla, Mothra, Rodan, King Ghidorah. So they go into each of that. But that's only on the standard Blu-ray disc. The 4K disc does not contain those options. Simply, I think, because of the file size of the 4K. So that was one thing I was a little bit like, you know, that's kind of sucky. But other than that, definitely great. Sound-wise was awesome.
That was awesome.
Yeah, especially when Godzilla's stomping, like, you know, towards Fenway Park, and he's like.
Dude, you can almost feel it. Like you could actually like feel it from where you were sitting.
Yeah. It was. It's pretty cool. So the sound is great. Could it be better? Sure, it could be better. But for what it is, it was freaking awesome. Like I said, the video quality on both the 4K and the standard Blu-ray is really, really good. The 4K, you can tell it's 4K. The Blu-ray, it's just like when you saw it in the theater. It's really nice. The colors pop where they're supposed to pop. So really, I can't complain. The digital download portion I haven't tried yet, but apparently it's a code where you can download it to a tablet or a phone or whatever, so you could watch it on the go if you choose to. But, you know, me being a Godzilla fanboy, I'm not going to watch it on the go, because then, like, you know, if I'm watching it on the bus on my way into work, I'm going to miss my stop and end up in another state or something because I'm watching Godzilla. So overall, what was your impressions of this?
Overall, really good. It was actually a little bit better than IMAX.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Out of the mouths of babes. Overall, what did you think of the movie? I mean, because you're not I'm a Godzilla fanboy. I grew up with Godzilla since I was like 6 years old. Okay. As someone new to the franchise, what was your take on King of the Monsters?
Well, it was definitely an improvement over the 2014 Godzilla movie.
Okay.
There's a lot more, you know,
seeing the monsters. Right.
And usually it was just, you know, seeing the human part. You rarely got to see Godzilla.
Right. Yeah, he was only in 10 minutes of the 2014 movie.
Yeah, it was sad.
Yeah. So listen, you and millions of other fans were pissed about that. But you like this one?
Oh yeah.
Thought it was good?
Definitely.
Awesome. So there you go, man. I mean, new Godzilla fan in the making. So definitely that is some awesome news right there. In other news, on the Godzilla vs. Kong front, which is coming out in March 13th of 2020, Godzilla vs. Kong. Not really much coming out of the studios right now in terms of information. The one thing I have noticed is some of the people I've been following on Facebook, most notably D-Man 1954, and some others seem to be jumping ship and going over to Team Kong. What the hell's up with that? See, me, I'm a loyalist. I'm staying with Big G through and through. You know, what's Kong? He's what? He's a 50-foot gorilla that has a predilection for blonde chicks. I mean, come on. That's his claim to fame, you know. Ooh, blonde chick, you know. So I mean, you know. But anyway, I'm sticking with Godzilla in this one. Although, admittedly, I do have some fears. I have some fears that because the Toho license with Legendary and Warner Brothers is scheduled to end in 2021. My biggest fear is that we may see Warner Brothers Legendary sort of throw the match to Kong so that they can make more movies, because they won't have to pay for a license to continue to make movies with King Kong. They would have to renew their license with Toho in order to make more movies with Godzilla. And I think that scares me more than anything. because if you build up Godzilla for these past 2 films showing like what a complete and utter badass he is, and then you're just gonna have Monkey Boy kick his ass because it's easier in your financials to not have to renew a license, that'll piss me off. But I digress. I digress. So anyway, one of the other things, the music you heard at the beginning of this episode wasn't the normal music that we play at the beginning of most episodes. Actually, the music you heard at the beginning of this episode was a cover of the Godzilla theme from Godzilla King of the Monsters, and it was performed by a band called Artificial Fear. And I spoke with Matt from Artificial Fear and asked him if I could use some of the clips from the song, and he was like, absolutely, bro, big Godzilla fan. So I'm gonna put a link to their YouTube channel down below. Please go check them out. They were nice enough to be like, yo, dude, man, yeah, you're doing the Godzilla episode, so we'll let you use the song. Check them out below. They also have a website, which I believe is artificialfear.com. Great musicians. They take a lot of like these themes from games and stuff, and then they turn them into like the heavy metal version, which is what you heard with the Godzilla theme for this episode. I just think it's totally badass. Matt and those guys are total chill. They're totally chill, and thank you guys for letting me use the song. And so on the Godzilla front, I think that's all I got for right now. Obviously, I'm keeping an eye on any news that's coming out about Godzilla vs. Kong. And if I hear anything, obviously, I'll do a video about it because, I'm firmly on Team Godzilla. I'm not one of the monkey men.
Yeah, I'm about the same.
Yeah, we don't do monkeys around here.
That's just going to be pretty bad of a series.
Yeah, monkey. Yeah, I like blonde chicks. Nah. That's what I say to monkey men. No monkey men, right? Say it. No monkey men.
No monkey men.
Like you mean it, boy. No monkey men.
No monkey men.
No monkey men. Do it.
No monkey men.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Anyway, so that's it for this episode, the Godzilla episode. Definitely, if you like what you see, if it made you laugh or made you just go, what the fuck are they doing? Remember to hit subscribe and give us a like and hit the little notification bell. You can also share the video and feel free to leave any comments you want, especially if you are on Team Kong and, feel like talking some smack because,
we appreciate your comments.
We appreciate your comments, even if you are on the wrong team by not being on Godzilla's team. But yeah, we do appreciate your comments. You can also find us on Twitter at review_lounge. You can find us on Facebook at The Review Lounge.
The Book of Faces.
The Book of Faces. You can also find us on Reddit. We are on Reddit at The Review Lounge. And you can also email us directly at thereviewloungeshow@gmail.com. So we would love to hear from you. We know it's been like 2 weeks since our last video. Sorry about that, but like there's been like a flu plague thing going around, and it hit me, it hit T-Dawg, and now unfortunately Jen is suffering through it. But we will be back next week. We've got more stuff in the works. We got some Dark Crystal stuff coming up, as well as some other ideas for some shows. And like I said, any breaking news on GVK, Godzilla vs. Kong, we will definitely let you know. So on behalf of myself, on behalf of T-Dawg stepping in, we just want to say thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next episode. Come on. Yeah. See you on the next episode. All right. Peace.